So now I'm going to begin the assignment myself. I've looked at good writing and bad writing in math. My instructions tell me to use this page to complete KD8 on IXL. And so I'm going to go to IXL. I'm going to type in the code KD8. And I'm going to select the match skill. I need to read the actual question. I'm going to find my question mark, and I'm going to read the question. How wide is it? So this question is asking me for the width of a shape, of a thing. It's not asking me for the perimeter. It is not asking me for the area. The question is, how wide is it? The perimeter of a rectangular red sticker is 20 millimeters. The sticker is 4 millimeters tall. How wide is it? So, I know because of the word perimeter that I'll be using the perimeter formula. And because it tells me that this object is rectangular, I'm going to be using the formula perimeter of a rectangle. So I'm going to write and say that formula. The perimeter of a rectangle is calculated by adding up the height and width of every side. And so a rectangle has 4 sides. The height and the width, the height and the width. Make sure that you wrote it correctly. And I'm going to plug in each number where it goes. Well, let's see. The perimeter is 20 millimeters. And so underneath the part for perimeter, I'm going to write 20 millimeters. And then the next sentence tells me the sticker is 4 meters tall. Tallness, that's its height. And so I'm going to write 4 millimeters underneath the H for height. I'm going to come over and I'm going to write plus 4 millimeters underneath the H for height. I do not know my width. That is what the question is about. So I'm just going to write W and W because I don't know the width. That's what my question is about. So I know that perimeter is a parts and whole calculation. When I know my whole perimeter and I know the heights, I subtract both heights. So I'm going to do 20, which is my whole perimeter, 20 millimeters, minus 8 millimeters. I get the 8 millimeters, that's from 4 plus 4. I'm subtracting both heights. And that gives me 12 millimeters. So 12 millimeters is equal to width plus width. Some number, sorry, I'm going to split that. So what number plus itself gives me 12? I can do 12 divided by 2 if I'm not sure. So 6 millimeters is equal to just the width. Just one width by itself is 6. Now I go back to my screen. I type in 6. I make sure I take my hands off the keyboard and I make sure that I have a 6 on my paper. And that I typed a 6 in the IXL portal. And then my next question, second example. My question is, what is the max perimeter? Hold on. Gonna fix that. There we go. And I am asked, what is the max perimeter? And because they asked me about perimeter, I'm going to immediately write perimeter of a rectangle is calculated by adding up the height and width of every side. Okay. Now, each side of a square mat is 24 inches long. So this sentence tells me the length of a side, and it tells me that I'm dealing with a square. And I know that in a square, this is a common mistake, in a square, height, the height dimension and the width dimension are the same. They told me that each side of a square mat is 24 inches long. So if it's 24 inches long, I'm going to write 24 inches. Then it is also 24 inches wide. Plus 24 inches plus 24 inches. So 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24. I don't care how you do your side calculation. You can add up 24 and 24 and then add it up again. So you could do 24 plus 24. Make sure I put those units. That's going to give me 48 inches. And then do 48 plus 48. 48 inches plus 48 inches. And get 96 inches. You could also do 24 times 4. I do not care how you do your side calculations. I only care that you do one and get it right the first time. My final answer, I need to put it over here, 96 inches. Make sure that I've typed in 96 and nothing else. Good work.